Hello, everyone. Wait. Okay. Hello, everyone. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Grace Rendino, and I have been going to MKA since pre-K. Yusuf just talked to all of you about our past at MKA, and I will now be talking about the future. For most of us, the future can be a scary concept. It means going to high school, learning how to drive, moving away from your family, going to college, and getting a job. In other words, the future means having to grow up. Right now, these things may seem far away, but before we know it, they will be here in the blink of an eye. The future. We're asked about it all the time throughout our lives. What do you want to be when you grow up? Where do you see yourself in the future? For most of us, our answers to these questions might change over time. For example, 10 years ago, if you were to ask me that question, I would have said that I see myself becoming Dora the Explorer. And when I look back at my kindergarten class picture, I realized that I was on my way because I definitely had her haircut. But times change, and although Dora has absolutely everything in that backpack, I don't want to be Dora anymore. Now when I'm asked about the future, I have a more clear vision. I see myself married, having a job I love, with kids. We all have different visions and goals for the future. Some of us may have an exact plan set out, such as going to a certain college or having a certain job, while others may still be trying to figure this out, which is totally fine since we are only 13 and 14 years old. In order to achieve the goals we set for ourselves, there are steps that must be taken to reach them. You must set a goal that motivates and inspires you. Find value in your dreams and be curious and creative in getting them. In order to achieve something, be driven, determined, and have an I can do this attitude. Don't wait for things to come to you. Go out and get started. Set an action plan, but be careful. Sometimes in the process of achieving goals, we become so fixated on the final outcome that we lose the joy in reaching our aspirations. So map them out and try to make progress towards your goal every day. Enjoy the journey. But the most important part of setting goals, the most important, is understanding that you will fail. There will come a time in our lives when we will study hard for a big test and won't do as well as we hoped. There will come a time when we will interview for a job and won't get it. However, we must realize that failure itself does not define us. What defines us is the way we approach the failure. By using failure as a learning experience, we can grow and learn from our mistakes. Oprah Winfrey was downgraded from her first job as a news anchor because a Baltimore TV producer believed she wasn't fit for television. She persevered, and the Oprah Winfrey Show became the highest-rated talk show in history. Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone was rejected 12 times. However, the author, J.K. Rowling, did not give up hope. Today, 500 million copies of Harry Potter have been sold, and it has become the best-selling book series in history. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team, but this did not make him give up his dream of becoming a basketball player. He didn't quit playing and made it to the NBA, and to this day is considered the best player of all time. These examples demonstrate that with a little bit of perseverance and determination, we can do whatever we put our minds to, for it is far better to fail at something than to never try anything. Now I would like to congratulate all of us. 276 days ago, we started 8th grade, and throughout all of the ups and downs, we have finally made it. A lot of us may be sad to end 8th grade. At the same time, I'm sure that many of my classmates are sitting in their chairs right now wondering when I will finish my speech so we can hurry this along and get out of here to start summer break. Don't worry, I'm almost done. Today we graduate from 8th grade, and next year we will enter a new chapter of our academic lives. Most of us will continue into the upper school, while some of us will take different paths to different high schools. But no matter where we go, it is undeniable that we will all be facing a huge change next year. There will be new students, harder classes, and different opportunities. As Yusuf said before, MKA has taught us so many significant things that we will be able to use next year as we start a new chapter and throughout our entire lives. However, the lessons we have learned stretch far past being able to find the slope of a line. MKA has taught us that hard work pays off. It has taught us that we can all make a difference in our world, no matter how big or small. It has taught us how to be kind and treat others with respect, and it has taught us how to build strong friendships that will last a lifetime. I'm forever grateful for all of the knowledge MKA has given to me. The advice I would give to each one of my classmates for next year and for the future is to remember all these important lessons, to never be afraid to set goals for yourself, never be afraid to take risks, and open up to the idea of failure. In fact, embrace it. And maybe in the future, like 4-year-old Grace, you can reach your goal of becoming Dora. Now, on behalf of the middle school class of 2019, I would like to take a minute to thank some people in this room. I would like to thank our families and friends for coming out here today and for their constant support. I would like to thank Quizlet, because without it, we would not have survived. I would like to thank our teachers for helping us grow as students and people. And most importantly, I would like to thank the MKA community for helping shape all 86 of us into the determined, hardworking, kind, and passionate people we are today. Thank you.